Good morning. Christine Berg here with Radiant Rebel Coaching, and I need to start saying, and the Intuitive Alignment Method. And the fantastic Mr.
Hey, it's Wes with Wes Berg Tarot, and yeah, I'll just stop there for the moment. Card of the day. I'm standing too, so.
I'm still standing.
Oh no! No.
Okay. Time for card of the day. Ooh, that was way too close.
Yeah.
Card of the day. Look at, I have cute purple on.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Sorry, that was like squirrel.
It's this one.
Page of Swords. Da da da.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It's tarot card of the day with the Bergs. What's going on? Our card for today is Page of Swords, Minor Arcana card. We haven't had court cards come up for a little bit of time here. So, like always, I feel court cards can represent either a physical person that you'll be working with in the course of whatever you consider this divination to be for the day, or is an aspect of yourself that you will be kind of contending with. So we have the element of air representing the suit of swords. We have this lovely billowy cloud backgroundy thing with this person, younger person, holding a sword. Now, are they holding it in some kind of defensive position? Are they holding it in some kind of kind of precarious position? You know, what's their attitude here? It's up for interpretation. So, if we think about this card being an actual person today, pages are typically kind of a younger person, young adult. I wouldn't say kid, but like younger adult, someone you have to interact with, who is in the process of kind of working with and discovering aspects of communication and how to kind of express themselves. That aspect of swords being about communication. Now, sometimes what they communicate is a conflict of sorts, a dissonance, if you will, to kind of be the motivation for the expression itself. Right on, however that's supposed to work, will work. And so that's when we kind of reference this position again. What's the attitude being taken with this expression and just kind of this burgeoning sense of being able to kind of do things? Hey, Barney, what's up? So with the Page of Swords, you know, we could have a precarious teenager who's just giving you attitude. We could have someone who, I don't know what comes to mind. Sophomore comes to mind. I guess that's what Greek for like wise fool. Someone who's just kind of like in there, just kind of like, bleh, but not really necessarily paying attention to what they say. We also have someone who can be a defensive kind of position. They're really kind of posturing themselves in a defensive way because they're concerned about how they communicate and how they kind of express themselves. So you have this range of like just the newness of kind of exploring this aspect of being present and communicating stuff. So you've got that. If it's an inner aspect of yourself to consider today, well, then there is that burgeoning sense of communication. It could be a new subject. It could be a new kind of way of looking at things. Things have changed. I'll leave it for you to decide how that would manifest for you. But that same principle in just, are you feeling defensive about trying to express yourself? Is it something new? So it's something that's kind of not comfortable. So you're trying to kind of just say it and figure it out later. Or just, are you being really cautious with your words? So if this is to divine something for you today, if this is something that's going to be an aspect to consider, well then, you know, you will have these opportunities. If this is just something perhaps for you to kind of look at as far as guidance or something to meditate on, it's perhaps to consider what aspects of yourself, what aspects of communicating and learning and that whole process of interfacing with perhaps something new that you're trying to figure out to express. I'll leave it at that. All right, y'all, have a good day.
Thank you. Barney, I feel like we haven't seen you for forever. But I'm happy you're here. Okay, Page of Swords. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, give me a smooch.
Okay.
Bye.
Baby. And TGIF, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to start out with a little bit from, I'm trying to get better light for you. Rachel Pollack's Tarot for Magical Times, because this, if anybody actually likes to learn a little bit about the cards like I do, this was really good as I was reading this. So Page of Swords. The Swords court cards show the struggle to direct mental energy to productive purpose. How cool is that? The mind can turn negative when it sees every possibility. How curious. Okay. In general, the courts are figures of ever-increasing responsibility, from the mostly carefree pages to the active knights to the ruling queens and kings. This becomes a special problem for the suit of mind, the most unfocused of the elements. The page shows this difficulty of focus by moving forwards while facing backwards, as if, like so many of the numbered sword cards, he cannot let go of the past. At the same time, pages carry the least responsibility of the four courts, and so we see him standing lightly and yet alert as he holds up his sword. As the old expression goes, his head is in the clouds, unconnected to daily life. Maybe he looks back to his last day of freedom before he must become a knight. And then, so divinatory meanings from her are wariness and alertness, looking back to the past while moving forward. And action is caution, look behind you as you move forward. So I just thought I wanted to highlight that because I love that the court cards show the struggle to direct mental energy to productive purpose, and the mind can turn negative when it sees every possibility. Because haven't you ever had that experience? Like, I always just called it, like cognitive or neuro something, but just in terms of tarot, that's fascinating to me. So then we go to our fantastic Teresa Reed in the Tarot Coloring Book, where she says the Page of Swords can symbolize a need to be alert. On guard, the young Page of Swords stands in a defensive position, as if he's ready to strike. Pay attention, do your due diligence, and gather information. Important news might be coming in. This card may herald a solution to a problem. If this card represents a young person, it may be an intelligent youth who tends to be curious about the world and is quite independent. And then the symbols, so note the posture. Notice the young page's body language. He seems to be standing as if he's getting ready to strike. This is a symbol of defense and preparation. What is he about to do? And the clouds. The page stands before parting clouds. This symbolizes a breath of fresh air or communication that clears the air. So that's pretty awesome. And then lastly, we will look at our Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards. So she always describes, she breaks it into two things, the court cards, the situations and the people. And so people can be outside of you, people in your world, or it can be internal aspects of yourself. So situations, you'll likely receive new information that presents a challenge or delays. The message may come from someone who speaks bluntly and without thoughtfulness, but don't take it personally. Really, I want to say that to everybody I've ever talked to. I can be a little blunt. What's important is the message, not the messenger. And for people, a youth who's often intelligent, honest, and endlessly curious, a person who's analytical with a brilliant intellect and who can reveal the truth behind situations, fair, logical, unemotional, and impulsive. And then additional meanings of this card: a new challenge, a contract or agreement, constructive criticism, legal matters, or gossip. So just kind of take this card into your day and, look for important news, or just be aware of anything you need to watch out for. Just be on alert. Okay? Have a good one. See you tomorrow.